I think that when we compare ourselves to old versions of ourselves, we're not taking it into consideration some of the life circumstances, some of the biological and chemical ways that our body might have redistributed weight or made us have extra weight because maybe we have more muscle now, or maybe, our bone density changed, right? Like maybe there's different reasons why the number is different. And so you have to find a way to love yourself as the self that you are now, and you have to find a way to have standards and uh I don't know if goals is the right word, but ways of measures of being your best self, of what will make you feel and look good, that only measures the self that you are now, not saying, oh, I want to be who I was before. People want to feel content, and they'll say, oh, I'll be content when I get to that number that I was 10 years ago. Then I'm going to feel good again because I'm going to be that person. Then I'm going to get there. And it's like, no, you'll be content when you find the measures of the self that you are now. And just to kind of circle back to the tennis thing, one of the things that I love about Novak Djokovic is that he has changed as he's now old, right? So it's like the way that he's the best now, it's because he can't be the way that he was the best 10 years ago. The way that he played and was like the ultimate, like, the best 10 years ago, and winning and just crazy winning 10 years ago, he has to win different now. He's not the same body. He's not the same person. He's the same person, but he's not the same person. And he's smart enough to realize that. And he's not trying to recreate 2015, like he's not. Yes, yes. He even hired one of his rivals as his coach because he's like, "You saw me in my game, you can help me," almost like take my game and like apply it to this self. Like he's willing to evolve, like you said, evolve and become the best version of the self he is today, rather than trying to say like, "Oh, I was an amazing version 10 years ago. That's the only version that I could be to be amazing." And I think that that is so elite. Like, that is so elite, and that is so like, that's where the happiness is, when you're able to appreciate yourself and, like, say, like, "Yeah, I felt really great 10 years ago, and I think I looked good, and I think that I felt good." Also, time is like rose-colored glasses, however they say it. It's like, I'll always. Yeah, like, I'll always ask people, I'm like, "Okay, but, I mean, what was going on in your life then? Like, were you truly happy?" Like, I remember when I was, like, wearing the tiniest like, I was, 15 pounds lighter than I am now, and I was, like, a bulimic. Like, did I occasionally walk into a room and love how I looked in that dress? Like, sure. But was I feeling horrible inside? Yes. Was I, like, insecure? And yeah, maybe I had a moment of feeling great, but there were just so many other negative things in my life at the time. And so I think being able to see in the full view, especially when it comes to this topic, obviously, um, what the reality of the entire situation was when you're whitewashing, something that was 10 years ago, where you're like, I want to get back there. It's also like, do you though? You know? Yeah, exactly. And it's like, just, yeah. And it's like, try to optimize yourself now, not thinking that optimization means you have to go back to where you were before.